Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'll be reading Numbers 15 of the King James Version Bible. And it reads, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice in performing a vow, or in a freewill offering, or in your solemn feast, to make a sweet savour unto the Lord of the herd, or of the flock, then shall he that offereth his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering of a tenth deal of flour, mingled with the fourth part of an hin of oil, and the fourth part of an hin of wine. For a drink offering shalt thou prepare with the burnt offering of sacrifice for one lamb, or for a ram. Thou shalt prepare for a meat offering 2/10 deal of flour mingled with the third part of an hin of oil. And for a drink offering thou shalt offer the third part of an hin of wine for a sweet savour unto the Lord. And when thou preparest a bullock for a burnt offering, or for a sacrifice in performing a vow or peace offerings unto the Lord, then shall he bring with the bullock a meat offering of 3/10 deal of flour mingled with half an hin of oil. And thou shalt bring for a drink offering half an hin of oil, for an offering made by fire of a sweet savour unto the Lord. Thus shall it be done for one bullock, or for one ram, or for a lamb, or a kid. According to the number that ye shall prepare, so shall ye do to every one according to their number. And that our barn of the country shall do these things after this manner, in offering an offering made by fire of a sweet savour unto the Lord. And if a stranger sojourn with you, or whosoever be among you in your generations, and will offer an offering made by fire of a sweet savour unto the Lord, as ye do, so he shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you, an ordinance for ever in your generations. As ye are, so shall the stranger be before the Lord. One law and one manner shall be for you and for the stranger that sojourneth with you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land whither I bring you, then it shall be that when ye eat of the bread of the land, ye shall offer up an heave offering unto the Lord. Ye shall offer up a cake of the first of your dough for an eve offering, as ye do the eve offering of the threshing floor, so shall ye heave it. Of the first of your dough ye shall give unto the Lord an heave offering in your generations. And if ye have erred, and not observed all these commandments which the Lord hath spoken unto Moses, even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, for the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforward among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savour unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it is ignorance. And they shall bring their offering, a sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel, and the stranger that sojourneth among them, seeing all the people were in ignorance. And if your soul sin through ignorance, then he shall bring a she-goat of the first year for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for the soul that sinneth ignorantly, when he sinneth by ignorance before the Lord, to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Because he that despised the word of the Lord, and hath broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off, his iniquity shall be upon him. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered stick upon the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation, and they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And the Lord said unto Moses, the man shall be surely put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones, and he died. And the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a riband of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God. Alright guys, so we finished the reading of this chapter 15. And guys, do you actually realize how many times God says, I am the Lord your God? I've been recognizing it since Exodus until this very moment, and I'm wondering, why does he have to keep reminding these people, the Israelites, that he's the Lord their God? And he always have to keep saying to them, I am Lord. And it stood out because they're so sinful and they're so disobedient, and he wants to be their God, because he had promised Abraham, he had promised Jacob, and he had promised Isaac that he'd make a great nation out of them. Right? He started with Abraham, and it was passed down to Isaac and Jacob. But guys, God continually have to be saying, I am the Lord your God. It's as if he continues to proclaim himself, and it's like we continue to not recognize that he is indeed our Lord. And he keeps having to say this to us to remind us, and he keeps doing all these things and telling us all these things, all these ways in which we can remember, because he wants us to remember who he is. He wants us to remember what he's done. He wants us to remember everything that we have gone through, and that we've gone through it only because of his grace, not because of our own will, not because of our own understanding, but because he has allowed us to go through it, and he has brought us through, and to remind us that he'll always bring us through everything else. And so we need to remember, he is the Lord, our God. He is Lord, and there's nothing that is impossible for him to do. There's nothing that he cannot do, and so we ought to always give ourselves over to his will. And I look at it, and even these few last verses of this chapter is saying that he wants them to do the fringes, and the fringes are to remind them of the commandments, so that they will keep them and be holy before him. And I mean, this just says a lot. This points out that he knows that they keep forgetting. And I mean, I get it sometimes. I get it when you have a lot of information to process. It can be hard to process a lot of information at once, and that's why he made the law about ignorance. He will forgive ignorance, but he will not forgive if you actually knew it and you still went ahead and went against his commandment, because that's just different. That's presumptuous sin. No. And he will not tolerate that. And so somebody who does that should surely be cut off from the people. He won't stand for that. And in order to allow that not to happen, he told them to get fringes, put fringes on their clothing, so that each time they see the fringes, they remember that, okay, there are many commandments. I need to check myself, check my head space. If I'm gonna do this, I need to look at the fringes and remember there are many laws I need to follow. Am I missing a law here? Am I sinning against God? And collect themselves and refrain from sinning. And I mean, if they do not recall, they can always go to the priest, because they're there for guidance. And I think that's what God actually wants us to do, because I don't know why this was pointed out to me. I mean, I've been seeing it, and it wasn't something that I was thinking, oh, I need to bring it to the forefront or anything like that. It was just revealed to me. He has to continually remind us that he's our God, and there's not a reason why he should need to continue to remind us that he's our God, but he still does it. And that just shows how awesome he is. And so we ought to remember him, and we ought to love him, we ought to serve him, because he thinks of everything in us. He thinks of everything in everything that he does. He incorporates us into it. And he thinks, what will my people need to know? What will my people need to do? How can I help them to remember this? How can I help them to know this? And that is just how he is. And so we need to remember that. We need to remember that he is the Lord our God. Okay? So guys, I'm throwing it out there to you. Remember, he's the Lord your God. Remember everything that he is doing for you right now. Remember everything that he's done for you in the past. And remember everything that he said he would do for you, that he's going to do. Because I know that a lot of people have been prophesied over throughout their lifetimes, and God's words never return to him void. And so if you have actually heard from a prophet of God, I'm not talking about false prophets, a prophet, and you will, I always thought this before, and it has come to be truthful, where you actually know when the Spirit of God is with somebody. I was not a Christian when I knew when the Spirit of God was with somebody. I had that spirit of discernment, and I know you have it too, because God is with us. He doesn't wait for us to surrender our life completely to him for him to be with us. It's just that we need to let him in so that he can work through us. And so we'll definitely know the difference, and we can grow stronger with him, and we'll know things. We'll be able to discern better, and we'll be able to actually reciprocate all that he's given us, all the love that he's shown us all this time, being there with us even when we didn't even realize that he was there with us. Alright guys, so I'm gonna leave you right there. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification. Okay guys, and also don't forget to leave your comments and your revelations down in the comments section, guys. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I do appreciate when I get feedback, and it kind of helps me to know that, okay, you're actually delving into the word. And when you get a revelation, that means you're actually reaching out to God, and you're actually communicating with God, and God is communicating with you because he sees the effort that you're putting in, and that says a lot, right? And that's what I want for you. I want for you to build that relationship with God. I want you to build that bond with God that cannot be broken. And so with that, I'm gonna leave you all until the next audio video. Have yourselves a blessed day. Bye.